Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, the other day I was watching this video. Someone sent me a link. I have a video that I did about Boyce Watkins and this whole Charles Wu controversy. And someone posted a comment and they linked it to a video that Boyce Watkins did. And I was like, let me check this out to see what it's about. I checked it out and I'm disappointed in Boyce Watkins, man. I mean, I'm really disappointed in him. And it's sad to see this man melt down the way he did. I'll post a link in the description box to the video that I'm referencing. His original video, he took it down. And I understand why he took it down, because it's an embarrassment. Here you had this man, this man that constantly brags about being a PhD, having a PhD in finance and this and that, actually melting down and behaving like a complete buffoon. This guy is cursing, this guy is talking about F this, F that, and throwing up the bird in his video, destroying his brand. And all this is about this Charles Wu thing. First of all, he said, people have a problem with him using profanity, then F them, throwing up the bird at them and stuff like that. And then this man talked about how if people question his credibility because of this Charles Wu thing, after spending like 20 years building his reputation, he said F them, threw up the bird and stuff like that. And he was talking about how he doesn't love everybody. He's basically about those people who support him. And he's talking about like how, the people that are down with him and all that kind of stuff, they're good financially and this and that, and basically F people that got problems or issues, and he's only concerned about those who are actually a part of his business school or a part of the particular program that this guy Charles Wu is involved in. And this man is taking so much heat. This man is under fire. People are criticizing him because this man continues to allow Charles Wu to be a part of whatever project he's working on after all this. Here's a man, Charles Wu, who has shown complete disrespect for the black community, as I've said in a couple of videos, referring to the black community as some niche, as some market, just seeing the black community as some group of people to peddle products to. This man is focused on marketing. He talked about how this guy, Boyce Watkins, is a pitch man. That's how he described Boyce Watkins. He said that he is a character, showing complete disrespect for Boyce Watkins. And he showed the disrespect as well by saying like he's not vouching for these particular products that he's selling. He's not saying that they're good or they're bad. Showing complete disrespect for everything that Boyce Watkins is trying to do. Basically said Boyce Watkins is selling hopes and dreams and this and that. And using emotionalism to sell products and stuff like that. And despite all that disrespect, and despite all the heat that this man is coming under, despite all the people criticizing his legitimacy, criticizing his sincerity, criticizing him, period, as a man, despite all that controversy involving this Charles Wu guy, Boyce Watkins continues to keep this man on his team. And that tells me that this man, Wu, is very important to whatever Boyce Watkins is doing. It means that he is instrumental in whatever Boyce Watkins is doing. And that's sad, man. It's sad that you have a man that's constantly talking about white supremacy this, white supremacy that, racism this, racism that. But when he's confronted with a situation where somebody is disrespecting his community right on his watch, somebody is disrespecting his community, this man doesn't find it appropriate to get rid of this guy, to terminate his relations with this guy. Instead, this man, Boyce Watkins, continues to pay this Asian guy who has no respect for the black community. And that just destroys Boyce Watkins' credibility when it comes to race matters. He can't even talk about them if he can't deal with them within his own house. If he can't address it within his own house, well, how can anybody take him seriously, man? So his credibility is shot, and he is destroying his credibility by spazzing out, by having this meltdown, by using all this profanity and acting like a complete buffoon and jackass. And it's sad to see this, man, because Boyce Watkins, like, over time, like, he had developed a reputation, he's developed status and stuff like that. He's well known. He has like over 250,000 subscribers. And, he said some other things, so it's just unfortunate to see this guy just melt down and crumble under this controversy. And, he said one thing that I agree with. He talked about how, people that don't like him need to unsubscribe from him and F them and this and that. And I think people need to listen to him. People need to unsubscribe from this guy, man. He's shown you no respect. He's throwing up the bird. I unsubscribed from him a couple of weeks ago, and I encourage people to unsubscribe from the dude, man. This guy that has no respect. He's telling people he's not a leader, and basically he's saying that because he doesn't want to be held accountable for anything. That's what people say when they don't want to be held accountable. They say, well, I'm not a leader, but yet they're on YouTube constantly spouting their opinion, and you got all these people who are following them and who are inspired by them, who actually agree with them and listen to what they say like it's the gospel and stuff. They are a leader. He's a leader whether he wants to be one or not. And the fact that he disclaims leadership means that he's not fit for leadership. And people shouldn't follow somebody who's telling them that they are not a leader. I mean, how many times these people got to tell us that they're not leaders before we finally get it and stop following them? Stop giving them, a platform where they are actually leading people if they are disclaiming leadership. And this whole thing, man, it just seems like Boyce Watkins is more of a business than an activist. He's more concerned about making money, and that's apparent by him keeping this guy, Charles Wu, on board. So again, this is disappointing. I'm not watching his videos. The only reason why I checked out this video is because one of my subscribers posted the link in one of the comments that she left. And it's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace to see this man fall. These people have no problem criticizing everybody and everything, but when the spotlight is on them, when they are the ones being analyzed, all of a sudden they got problems, all of a sudden they got issues, all of a sudden they want to curse out the world, and they want to disclaim responsibility and ownership and accountability. And I think that that's a disgrace, man. So with that, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, this afternoon, I'm going to do a video about Trump and his budget. It's very important that we stay on focus and know about these issues going on in our community. So with that, I would say peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And for the ladies out there, I hope y'all have a happy Valentine's Day. Peace.